What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome back to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Alright, so in this one we're going to be going over this month's event quest. So we have the Blood and Venom, the Symbiomancer event quest, and it is going to be epic difficulty we're going to be doing this time instead of the Uncollected, just because this time they changed the name so that everybody could participate in the epic or the uncollected level difficulty for this month's event quest. So let's go ahead and hop in. So as you can see here, I have already done some of these, so I'm just recording this after I've already recorded my initial clear on each one. So the gameplay that you're going to be seeing on all of these fights is going to be my first attempt at fighting each of the bosses, and I am doing that same style as last video, where I am just going to be showing the boss fights only. So we'll have chapter 1 through 3 only. The final boss fights are we going to be doing, and it is weird this month. I felt like chapter 2 was significantly more difficult than chapter 3, at least for the bosses. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but it just seems that way. But anyway, that's going to be the intro here, so let's go ahead and hop right into the gameplay so that we can see these boss fights, and I can talk to you about the fights and give you my opinion on what's going on there. Alright, let's cut over to that. Alright, so here we are at the first boss. It is Carnage up first, and this Carnage was basically just a power gain Carnage that has that oscillation, so it gets Fury and Armor that cycles every, 15 seconds or whatever it was. So anyway, I'm just taking in magic here just because I did see that power gain, so I was like, alright, you know what, let's just do power control and take it from there. So pretty much just a normal strategy with magic. Build up to the special 2, pop the special 2, and then just keep repeating that and win the fight. So there we go, we got our first special 2 off, we got our power lock going. We can't quite do any intercepts yet, just because Carnage still has some power. There we go, we can do a special. Now we can go ahead and power lock him again. And now we should be able to just keep intercepting him because he doesn't have enough power for a special 1. But he's not super aggressive this fight, so it's a little difficult to try to get some of those intercepts going. Well, he threw a lot of heavy attacks, but yeah, that's going to be all she wrote for Carnage here. The first fight, usually always the easiest, or chapter 1, I guess. Usually the bosses in chapter 1 are always going to be significantly easier than from chapter 2 and 3. So here we have Venom, and he has the Masochism and Starburst on. So basically you just want to, oh yeah, and he has Strike Back as well, I forgot about that. You just want to burst him down pretty much as quickly as possible, and I decided to take an Archangel so that I can nullify that Masochism so he doesn't keep getting those regens, because I'm going to be degenerating the entire fight anyway, so I want to make sure I can get this done quite quickly and not have to deal with that regen that he's going to be getting. So as soon as we get a few neurotoxins on him, the fight will start going a lot smoother. Alright, so there we go, got some neurotoxins on him, so now we don't have to worry about Masochism. And now we're just going to stack those bad boys up and try to, there we go, bait out a special 1. And now try to kill him before the degen kills us. So pretty straightforward fight, just want to bring in like a high damage champion, or maybe even just a high health champion. And then also someone that can deal with the regen is nice, but I don't think you'll necessarily need it. And there we go, the neurotoxins were plenty, and Venom goes down before we degen out. We still had a little bit of health left, and we took some hits in the beginning there, so quite an easy fight for Archangel. But I'm pretty sure any high DPS champion would do just fine there. So there we go, got our initial clear rewards there, very good, for the first chapter getting complete. Got those little symbiote tokens, or whatever they're called, so we can beef up our little symbiote, which I don't use him in any of the fights here, but that's because I haven't done master mode for this. And here we have the really annoying fight with this golden symbiote. So basically, if you go down to 0 power, you take, what, 150% of his attack as direct damage, or something like that, which is ridiculous. It pretty much one-shots most champions unless you have a rank 4 5-star or better, because it was one-shotting my rank 5 4 stars. So I'm just testing out the fight here with X23 just to kind of see what it plays like, and he has that built-in evade, which makes him extremely annoying to fight as well. He's immune to debuffs, so overall just a nightmare of a fight. We've got Plagued Mind that drains your power after 30 seconds, so basically you don't kill him in that 30 seconds, you're done for. I mean, if you have a high enough health pool to survive it, you're good. If you take a hit from any of his specials, it instantly drains your power down to 0. If you use a special, even if you would have leftover power, it drains it to 0 and you take that damage. So basically, no matter what, you're going to be taking, what is that? So he's got 7k attacks, you're going to be taking about 12k, or 12k, about 10k damage, because I think it's 150% every time. So now I'm taking in Ghost Rider again, just to feel out the fight to see if I'm going to even be able to clear this fight with my team, because right now it's not looking too good because we are not doing very much damage to him. He has like high armor or something, or I'm just not critting very much. Yeah, because I'm just not doing very much damage to the symbiote here. So it wasn't looking good. After I had lost Ghost Rider here, I'm like, oh great, I really don't want to have to use any revives here in the first fight. I probably would have just started over if I had to use revives just to try a different team against him. But my first impressions of him, I'm like, oh, this fight sucks so much. You're gonna need to have like extremely good luck so he doesn't evade all of your attacks and all this kind of stuff. But then I bring in Blade and I'm like, what? I was like, I got a parry there. He's supposed to be immune to debuffs. And then I look over there and I see that lovely little danger sense symbol, and I'm like, oh yeah, Blade has danger sense against this symbiote. Game over, GG. I'm like, Blade, I love you. So Blade just made this fight so much easier. As you can see, he like basically turned off the node because I used a special there and my power did not get drained. And there we go, the symbiote is down. So Blade was my MVP right here. I definitely would had to have revived if Blade was not able to get danger sense against the symbiote. So I was so happy that Blade was able to do that. And I'm not really sure who else would be a good option against that symbiote. I would assume someone kind of like Blade that can reduce his ability accuracy so that you don't get that power drain all the time. But I don't know. I'm not really sure on a good matchup there. And now we're moving on to this Carnage here. This All or Nothing Carnage is immune to bleed. He has aggressive on, and he had, what else did he have? He had something else. Oh yeah, the explosive personality. So if you attack into his block, oh, and the invasion or whatever it is, where blocked, or you have 0 block proficiency and you take 300% more damage when blocking. And then what is it? Why do we have that little degen symbol? Oh yeah, if you lose your combo, you degen as well. So I'm just, again, bringing in Medusa just to feel out this fight. When they have that aggressive on, you can pretty much always just do a 4-hit combo, dash back and dash in, and you should always intercept them just because that aggressive makes so they'll pretty much always try to attack you if you dash out of a 4-hit combo. So it's pretty safe on this particular kind of node, but not always against any opponent. Yeah, the invade, so champions 100% block proficiency is down and takes 300% more damage on block. So I'm like, alright, well, we're going to use magic here because I need to power lock this guy. So we're going in with magic, and I'm like, alright, we're just going to try to keep intercepting him, get up to special 2, and just try not to get hit. And it works okay in the beginning here, but it goes a little bit downhill. But we get the special 2 off. He's power locked, so I'm like, alright, good. So now let's just keep him in the corner and keep intercepting, and it should be game over. Because this is where magic shines, just keeping him in the corner, and boom, we accidentally get hit there. Luckily our Limbo got our health back, but now we are degenerating by quite a bit. So we're going to have to be a little more careful here, because I definitely want to take him out with magic. And there we go, we proc the explosive personality, take another burst of damage. So we're taking a lot of damage here, but Limbo is luckily healing a lot of it back for us. So that is one good thing that's going on with magic right now. Of course, the power lock is pretty much saving us right here. So probably a good counter for this Carnage. Of course, Magic, any kind of power lock or power drain champions. And then also the My Little Symbiote, if you have him leveled up, there is a boost that you can buy where if you hold down block, it drains the attacker's power. So I could see that being a good counter here, but he has the aggressive on, so you might not be able to hold down block long enough to drain a significant amount of power. So you see a few drawbacks there. Maybe Stark Spidey would be good here, get that taunt on because that should trigger him to use an attack. But anyway, now we're moving on to chapter 3 here. So we've got this symbiote duck here. And yeah, I'm not really sure how to fight the symbiote duck here because I haven't, what is it just called? Venom the duck. Okay, Venom the duck, yeah. So I'm not sure how to fight Venom the duck here. This is literally the first time I fought him, and even right now I still don't know what any of his abilities are, like any of his you know, passive abilities, what his specials do or anything like that. So I just took an X23 here because I figured I'm just going to kind of bleed him out, that he wasn't immune to bleed. I saw that he had increased regen on the node, so I'm assuming that he had regen, so that's why another reason why I was taking X23 in here, because I do have was it Resonate or whatever it is, where the amount of debuffs on the enemy reduces the regeneration, so I was going to try to take advantage of that. And also because I haven't seen any of his special attacks before, I wanted to go in with a champion that I felt I wouldn't mind losing, that I had other champions that should be able to take him down. So quite a long fight. He has either more health than I thought, or he's actually regenerating right now and I haven't been noticing it, because yeah, those bleeds are doing pretty good damage. I mean, they're taking for over 300 each time there, so definitely getting some bleed damage in there. It just seems like he has a really high health pool or something like that. But overall, the fight doesn't seem too difficult to me. I don't know if I was getting lucky and maybe Venom the Duck wasn't triggering any of his abilities that we normally trigger, but I didn't have any issues really with that regen getting out of control or like that power gain, because I don't know, I think it just went pretty smooth for me overall in terms of him not getting a lot of buffs and things like that. But here's where I make a little bit of a mistake. I've never seen a special 2 before, and then I saw those eggs, and yeah, I didn't dodge that last egg, and holy cow, did that egg do a lot of damage. That was like almost a one-shot from only one of the 2 eggs hitting me. So I was like, you know what, definitely gonna just bait out that special 1. So yeah, we're just gonna keep chipping away at him. We get a little bit of regen back, and I noticed partway through this, I was like, oh, when he's holding block, he's gaining power, and besides that, he's not gaining power. It took me a very long time to notice that. And here we have that special 2 again. I'm like, all right, can we dodge it this time? And there we go. So it's exactly the same as Iron Man Infinity War Special 1 in terms of the timing for when you should dash back to dodge those eggs. It's the same as his kind of projectiles that he shoots on his Special 1. So if you have practice fighting Infinity Iron Man, then yeah, you'll pretty much have the timing down. But now I was starting to see how this fight could get annoying towards the end here, because I was like, yeah, if he just sits there and keeps holding down block and he's being super defensive, he's going to gain that special 3 extremely quick, and I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. And I was like, oh, he's got 8%. I just need to get this over with, and one more special 2, and I messed it up, leaving him at 5%. I'm like, dang it. I was like, almost had that one shot with X23 here. 99 hits. Just one more 99 problems. Yeah, never mind. But anyway, 99 hits, just a little bit more than we'd had that. I'm like, all right, Ghost Rider, just go in. I just went with whatever champion I had selected. I'm just going to put the bleed on from the 5-hit combo and let it be done with, but he's not letting me even hit him, and here we go. This should be all she wrote. Get that bleed, let him bleed out, and goodbye Venom the Duck. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad overall. The fight with Ghost Rider, I saw that he was gaining power ridiculously fast, so I don't know, it could be difficult in terms of power gain, so maybe you want to do power control against him. So now we have the Symbiote Supreme here, and again, it looks like another kind of like power control champ, or a champ that you want to bring power control against, because he looks like he has a lot of power gain. Anytime he debuffs, it looks like he gets a burst of power. This shatter here, I didn't notice it, I don't think, during the fight, but it said the shatter reflects every time you nullify something. It's supposed to reflect damage back at you, but I didn't notice it. So I'm again going in with Ghost Rider here because again I have not seen any of his special attack animations, so I do want to. Okay, never mind. We did take damage there from that petrify, or that purify. I mean, so he purified our buff, got a little bit of power, and we took some direct damage there. So as you can see there, I didn't know when to punish it because I wasn't sure when the special animation was going to finish. So that's why I brought in Ghost Rider here, because I wanted to see a special animation before I went for like a real run with one of my stronger champs. And down we go. So I saw a special one, and it looks like pretty much the little tendril comes out of the portal there and hits like 2 or 3 times, and then you can dash in right after the last kind of hit. So I'm like, alright, time to go in with Void. Void was going to be my main counter here anyway, because Void's going to pretty much get rid of all of his power gain, because once we start getting oh gosh, whatever the debuff is on him, it's going to reduce passive power gain, so I'm not going to have to really worry about him getting those bursts of power from nullifying or just from the pilfering them. So yeah, pretty much Void just he does work here. Void seems like an excellent counter. So yeah, right there after that last tendril strike, I was able to dash in. So now I got the hang of it. I'm just going to keep baiting out that special one, getting these debuffs on him. His power gain has gone down to a crawl now because we've got 6 or 7 of the debuffs on. We're about to get Fear of the Void. So yeah, super easy fight for Void. Besides Void, I'm not really sure who else I would use here. I didn't notice if he had like debuff resistance or anything like that, because maybe Magic again using the power lock on him would be a good option, but probably just a high damage champion. Overall, this month wasn't too bad. I think Chapter 2 had a lot of BS in it though, that if you don't have the right champions, those 2 fights could be extremely difficult. I'm sure a lot of people have Magic, so Magic looks like should be a really good option for the all or nothing node. For the golden symbiotes, Blade just stands out for me, but I haven't really tried too many other characters against the golden symbiote, and Blade's pretty much the only one I've been having success with. So yeah, I would have liked if there was more options there, but then again, I haven't tested a lot of them, so I'm not sure. These are just the champions that I happen to use, and yeah, just showing you my first clear here, so I hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to be it for this video here. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.